All right, you ready for a number that's going to totally blow your mind? Get this. $1.35 trillion.
Whoa.
That's how much AI is predicted to add to the global economy
Wow.
by 2030.
That's trillion with a T.
Trillion. With a T.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to even imagine, right? But it really shows you just how massive this whole AI thing is going to be.
Yeah.
And for today's deep dive, we're focusing on one area that's being completely transformed by AI, customer service.
Yep, customer service is about to look totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. Instead of those super annoying phone menus we all hate,
Oh, I know.
we could have these really smart chatbots that actually solve our problems, and personalized recommendations that are spot on.
Sign me up.
Sign me up.
That's not some far-off future either.
Right.
What we're looking at today, these excerpts from a professional AI customer service certification program, they show just how fast things are moving.
Oh, wow.
We're talking a 36.8% annual growth rate.
Whoa. Okay, so this isn't just
It's huge.
a tech buzzword.
No.
This is real, and it's happening right now.
It's happening now.
Our mission today is to really break it down for you, the listener.
Yeah.
What this all means, because let's face it,
Yeah.
staying ahead of the curve is kind of important these days.
Totally agree. And this source really dives right into it.
Okay.
Did you know that 42% of businesses are expected to be using AI in their operations soon?
42%.
42%.
So that's almost half.
Almost half.
But I gotta ask, what does this actually look like for everyday people?
So let's paint a picture here.
Okay.
Imagine you need to contact customer support, right?
The worst.
The worst, instead of waiting on hold forever,
Please.
you get connected with an AI assistant.
Okay.
This assistant understands your problem immediately, and they either solve it right there on the spot,
Wow.
or they connect you to a human agent who's totally up to speed on everything.
So no more repeating your problem 5 times to 5 different people?
Exactly.
I could get used to that.
Right.
But is the goal here to completely replace humans with AI?
Not quite.
Okay.
What our source points to is more like a future where humans and AI are working together, kind of
Partners.
partners.
A dynamic duo.
A dynamic duo, yeah.
Yeah.
AI can handle all the routine stuff like answering common questions
Makes sense.
and personalizing the experience.
Okay.
Then the human agents can focus on those more complex situations or,
Yeah.
where you need a human touch,
Gotcha.
more emotionally charged situations.
So it's more like AI is giving these human agents superpowers.
Exactly.
They're like super agents.
Super agents. I love it.
I'm liking where this is going, but do we know if companies are actually seeing positive results from all this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
The source highlights a 25% jump in customer satisfaction.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge. And this is from companies that have already brought AI into their customer service.
Okay.
Think about it. Faster responses, more personalized interactions, less frustration.
Right.
It all equals happier customers.
Happy customers, happy business.
Exactly.
And speaking of happy, the source also has this really interesting visual. It's figure 3
Okay.
that breaks down all the benefits.
I like visuals.
It shows things like cost reduction, increased agent productivity, and, better handling of those crazy busy times.
Yeah.
So basically, AI is tackling all those customer service headaches that pretty much every company deals with.
Every company.
Right.
Every company deals with those. Yeah. And you know what? It's not just about
Oh, yeah.
slapping a chatbot on a website and calling it a day.
Right.
Integrating AI into customer service, it's a process.
Okay, hold up. I need to interrupt you right there because that's where things get really interesting. It's not like you just bring home a robot and expect it to just, know how to do the dishes right.
Right.
There's got to be some setup involved.
Yeah, definitely.
So walk me through it.
Oh, yeah.
What does it actually look like to, bring AI into a company's customer service?
That's such a good analogy. And yeah, it's definitely not like a plug-and-play situation.
Right.
Our source lays out this whole process. It starts with defining a clear strategy.
Okay, so like a game plan.
Exactly. What are the specific things you want AI to help with?
Makes sense.
What kind of customer experience are you trying to create?
So you got to figure out those big picture questions first.
Yeah, you really do.
Okay, what's next?
Data.
Data.
You need the right data to train your AI systems.
Okay.
This includes things like customer interaction history, frequently asked questions, product information.
So all the info about your business and your customers.
Exactly. You're basically feeding the AI this huge buffet of information so it can learn the ropes.
Gotcha.
But there's also a human element here, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You need to train your customer service teams, too.
Right, like the actual people.
The actual humans, yeah.
Okay.
The source really stresses how important this is, training and upskilling your workforce.
Yeah.
You got to give them the knowledge and skills to work side by side with AI.
So it's like training them to be
Exactly.
AI-powered customer service agents.
That's a good way to put it.
I like that's a new job title.
Right.
Okay, but this is starting to sound pretty complex.
Yeah, it can be.
Are we talking like specialized skills here?
Well, that's where things get even more interesting.
Oh.
The source highlights the rise of, get this, AI certifications.
Wait, AI certifications?
Yep.
Like official credentials that say you know your AI stuff.
Exactly. Think of it like bridging the gap between the skills people have now and the skills they need to really succeed in this new world.
Interesting.
These certifications give people the specific training they need to be ready for all the challenges and opportunities that come with AI.
So is this something that like anyone working in customer service should look into?
It's definitely worth exploring.
Right.
And the source points out that it's not just good for individuals.
Oh, really?
It's good for entire organizations, too.
How so?
It talks about creating an AI-ready culture.
What does that even mean?
It means that everyone in the company feels comfortable and confident working with AI.
So it's not just the tech people who need to be on board.
Exactly. Everyone needs to buy in to make this whole thing work smoothly.
It's team effort.
For sure. But speaking of the future, let's switch gears for a minute and talk about what's coming next.
I love thinking about the future.
Module 7 of our source material goes into some seriously cool trends.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, get ready to have your mind blown.
Okay.
They talk about things like generative AI and advanced natural language understanding.
Okay, break that down for me.
We're talking about AI that can understand what we need, like on a deeper level,
Okay.
and actually generate responses that feel, totally human.
Wait, hold on.
What?
So you're saying AI will be able to, like, have a conversation with me like a real person?
It's getting closer than you might think.
No.
Generative AI is already being used to create chatbots that can have more natural conversations, like
Really?
more nuances, more back and forth.
Wow.
Imagine an AI that can understand your tone of voice,
That's crazy.
your specific needs, and tailor its responses accordingly.
Okay, that's officially blown my mind.
Right.
This is next level stuff.
It really is.
But what are the implications of all this?
That's a great question.
Where do we, like, as consumers, fit into this whole AI-powered future?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
And this is where the idea of a culture shift comes in.
Okay.
Both companies and consumers need to be open to learning new things.
I'm always down to learn.
Me too, because AI is evolving so fast.
So we need to stay curious, stay informed,
Definitely.
and be open to new ways of interacting with, well, everything.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah, as AI becomes more integrated into our lives,
Yeah.
it's so important to talk about its potential.
Both the good and the bad.
Exactly. We need to be mindful of the potential downsides,
For sure.
but also excited about the possibilities.
It sounds like navigating this AI world is going to require, like, a lot of curiosity and critical thinking.
Absolutely.
And maybe even a little bit of courage, you know?
To embrace the unknown.
To embrace the unknown, exactly.
That's a perfect way to put it. And that brings us back to the heart of our deep dive today.
Just
Helping you, the listener, understand this crazy world of AI
okay.
and giving you the knowledge to navigate it successfully.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From, like, the massive growth of AI
Huge.
to the possibilities of generative AI
So cool.
and, the whole idea of continuous learning.
So important.
But what's the big takeaway here?
The one thing we want you to remember.
The one big thing I should walk away with today.
After all that, the one thing I really want you to remember is this. AI is changing the customer service world like crazy fast.
Okay.
But it's not just about the technology itself, It's about changing how we think about things.
Right.
Building trust in these new AI systems.
Yeah.
And being open to all the amazing things AI can do.
Yeah, I mean, the future of customer service, it's kind of like a sneak peek into how we'll interact with, like, everything in the future, right?
Totally.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
A little scary, maybe,
A little bit.
but definitely something we all need to understand.
For sure.
But okay, before we wrap up this whole deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with something to think about.
Ooh, I like a good brain teaser.
Okay, Imagine you have the power
Okay.
to design the absolute perfect AI-powered customer service experience.
The perfect one.
What would it look like?
What problems would it solve that maybe humans haven't been able to?
What would make it truly,
Amazing.
exceptional?
Yeah. Except,
Really think about that one, because the way we answer that question,
Yeah.
it could shape the future of customer service,
It really could.
and maybe even beyond.
Thanks for joining us today.
For this deep dive into the world of AI and customer service.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Everyone stay curious out there.